All right, welcome back to the Run.down post-game show here on the Strickland YouTube channel as well as the Strickland Podcast Network if you're listening the day after. Knicks win 106 to 104 in regulation. Oh man. I am I am still waiting for the day that this team can grant us an easy win just for our all of our mental health sake, but I don't think that day is ever going to come. No matter what this team does, it's remarkable how they'll somehow place themselves in a position to almost lose the game. Um, every single night they play, it's quite remarkable. Um, I mean, down the stretch, I mean, the fact that this team had multiple double-digit leads in this game and blew all of them and found themselves to a point where they were a Tyler Hero miss away from losing this game at the buzzer. Um, it just speaks to all the things that we've been, talking about on post game the last however many games it's been.
Seasons, really. Seasons.
Yeah, seasons at this point. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess we could start with RJ, the man who's getting the post game interview by the guys in the studio on MSG Network right now. Responded and played 40 minutes. Jesus Christ. I mean, can we find some middle ground? Like first he doesn't play all of the fourth quarter last game, and in this game it's just like here 40 minutes. God damn. But he had 30 points, eight rebounds, 4 assists on 13 of 23 shooting. Didn't hit any threes, but I mean tonight it really didn't matter that much because the Heat really didn't have it going to the point where it was a threat for us to really match them with threes.
I don't know. That third
Um,
quarter had me scared.
I mean, every quarter has you scared as a Knicks fan.
Okay, fair.
But yeah, he followed up a bounce back. He had a bounce back performance following the previous game where he was benched for most of the fourth quarter, if not all of the fourth quarter in overtime, versus the Lakers. So it was really good to see RJ bounce back. He showcased a lot of patience in the paint. He was able to really take advantage of the Tyler Hero matchup. Whenever Tyler Hero was matched up on him, he immediately got to work and was able to get a basket or get some fouls. So, it was good to see him take advantage of that matchup and not really force anything to a detriment of the team. So, that is always a plus. Um, how do you feel?
Every time I tweet about this nigga, he makes me look stupid the night up. It's you know what? If it helps, it helps. Whatever, dude. I'm willing to look stupid if it means that he plays good games. Um, yeah, he was arguably. I don't think it arguably. No, actually, no. He was the best player on the Knicks tonight. I wouldn't say best player in the game because Bam went nuts, but like he was the best player for the Knicks tonight. 30 points on 23 shots, even when he didn't hit any threes, is really good. Very efficient night from him. I think he did everything really well. It just kind of sucked that second quarter where he just kind of shut his brain off and like drove into a bunch of dudes and just doing bullshit was really rough. But otherwise, I think quarter one and the second half was good from him, especially the third quarter where he scored like I think 11 in the third quarter, which was huge for them, building up that the second double digit lead of the game after they built up the first double digit lead of the game and they lost it. Um, but yeah, really strong game from him. Really good finishing game from him, which is what you want to see from him do. The 5 missed threes sucks, but like it is what it is. As long as he's like getting to the cup and finishing, um, yeah. Also, they're clowning me about the tweet. I can read it off. I said, RJ is just a nothing player. Year four, and we're still seeing the same issues we've seen since Montverde. I don't know exactly when the Knicks will be a legitimate contender, but I'm certain RJ won't be a part of it. And now Schwinn is clowning me, saying you somehow picked the best and worst day to get these RJ takes off. That kind of just speaks to how this night has gone. But whatever, we're pushing agendas in a little bit. Just wait. RJ's a nothing player. Let me not say it. Let me not say it. It's a good night. It's a good night. But yeah, otherwise, good game from him. Really solid, encouraging game from him. I would like to see him build off of it. And if you keep making me look stupid, I'm okay with that. It's okay to be wrong. I just never am. You did.
It's good because I had papers flying off my desk. All right, yeah. I didn't even see that tweet. I didn't see a lot of tweets. I'm barely on Twitter these days. Work just keeps me out of the
Bullshit.
loop now.
Bullshit. Let me see your likes.
Bro, I only be on Twitter on my commute home, and that's it. And during
Still,
Knicks games, unfortunately,
still got time to.
that's where I get my rage out. So, you
And
know.
he still got enough time to thirst over white women.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, let's talk about the Knicks. RJ was followed up by oh wait, we didn't even mention Jalen Brunson didn't play today.
Oh
Non-COVID
yeah.
illness. Um, so that there was that. Emmanuel quickly started for him. He had 8.6 rebounds, 4 assists. Some people are, they were waiting for Emmanuel quickly to not have a double-digit scoring game to, get some shitty takes off, whatever. Have your fun. Emmanuel quickly still impacted the game, you know, in a great way. Defensively, he was able to disrupt things. I mean, like, he's Emmanuel quickly. Like, he's always gonna find a way to do something. Like, even when he's not scoring like crazy, he's still giving you something. So, and next game he's gonna get his shit right back. So I'm not really worried about Emmanuel quickly. Um,
And it wasn't
but
even
yeah,
an off night. I want to say that it wasn't an off night. I guess it was an off night because he was a plus minus of 0 in the plus minus. So perfectly balanced as all things are. But I mean, like he still hit 2 threes, 4 assists, 1 turnover. Played his usual good defense. Like he had Gabe Vincent in hell. Um, Cody Martin was in. Caleb Martin was in hell. Sorry. But yeah, like otherwise, solid game from him. Can't really complain about too much about it. It just wasn't pretty for the box score, and that's
yeah,
fine.
and that's what most people like to watch these days. Um, Julius Randle followed up RJ Barrett's 30 points with 23, 10, and 6 with 3 steals. Was named an all-star today.
Yes,
For
sir.
the for
Yes,
the
sir.
second
Shut the
for the
fuck up. It's
second
my turn.
time.
Anyway. Yes, sir. Say it again. What was he doing today?
An all-star.
Maybe get my shit off. All right.
I mean, today, does that really mean anything? I mean, look at the names that also got named an all-star.
Don't care. We take what we can over here. They said I was wrong. They told me I was dumb.
We live
Y'all
in a
was
world
clowning
where
me
Jaren Jackson
all year.
Jr. is an all-star.
Y'all clowned me all offseason. Y'all was telling me I was dumb. Y'all said trade him to the Hornets, to the Suns. Y'all was making packages for DeAndre Ayton. Y'all were nasty and filthy, and you knew you were nasty and filthy. And you know what? Now I got my nuts in y'all mouth. I won. Continue.
Anyways, as I was saying, does all-star really mean anything this year? I mean, if we look at the names that got named to all-star team, it's a travesty.
Drew
Jaren Jackson
Holiday made
Jr.,
the All-Star.
Drew Holiday. You got freaking DeMar DeRozan on like what, a 13th seed making the All-Star game. Like, what happened to our game of basketball that
The
we come to
coaches
love?
don't care about this stuff, bro. Like the coaches
Honestly,
look.
I saw a tweet like someone saying that like the coaches they don't take this seriously. It's like, okay, if they don't take it seriously, then what's the hoopla when like fan voting gets a player in and like all these analysts get all up in arms about fan voting? Like, if the coaches don't take it seriously, if the players don't take it seriously, why does it matter what the fans do? Like, it shouldn't matter then, because like whoever gets in gets in. Like, it doesn't matter.
Dog, I'm sorry, but the K-pop wars of 2022 were hilarious. Watching like a bunch of K-pop idols like go to bat for Andrew Wiggins and Damian Lillard and shit made my day. That shit was so funny. I need that back. Like, plus like it's just boring. Like if you just have to vote, like voting through your NBA ID is whack. Like the coaches not caring about the shit and basically sorting by PPG or by assists is whack. Um,
I'm sorry, but how the hell did fucking Jaren Jackson Jr. get sorted by blocks? Blocks per
I
game?
I
Like,
don't know how he made it, though. I don't know
that was
how
the
he made
most
it.
insane pick. I don't care what he is on the number, whatever seed in the West. Like, I don't give a damn. Like, that doesn't mean shit for all-star consideration. Like, yeah, he's a great defensive player. Like, put him in all defensive categories,
He'll
all
win
that other
defensive player.
shit. But
Like
like,
I think it's kind of like he's gonna win defensive player of the year. But like
it's like, who the fuck wants to see a defensive player of the year in the fucking all-star game? Like, that's not what we came to an all-star game to see. Come to see niggas jack up threes and dunk on niggas and shit. Like, we don't come to see that shit, bro. I knew all-star game in Utah was a bad idea. Just the dunk contest lineup, and this just absolutely proves every single person's point of why we don't have the all-star game in Utah. Bullshit like this happens.
I
But
just
yeah,
like, I mean, like he's alright. Okay, he's putting up 18 and 6, like not even 8, no,
putting up 16
16.
and a half and
Like, man,
16 and a half points per game, man. You
man,
get yo, yo.
dog. They
And
were
Jalen Brunson couldn't even make it, man. And
Drew
that's where I was leading to.
Drew Holiday making it over Harden. No, forget like Brunson for a second, even though he should have made it. Like Drew Holiday making it over Brunson, making it over Garland, and making it over Harden is wild. He like the 6th best guard in the East on a good day. Like Giannis got to be cashing somebody. I don't know, bro, but like
I hate this. I hate this thing where it's like, oh, if you're like one of the top seeds in like your conference, you like automatically by default get
and
like two guys.
and
Like, that shouldn't be the case.
it never applied to the Nets and it never applied to the Celtics. And even though the Sixers were good, like Harden didn't make it. I
I
mean, like
mean,
we
Nets, Celtics, and Bucks all got top two guys. Not Mavs. What you call it? Grizzlies got two guys. Like, I just don't understand like this by default two guys shit. Like, it shouldn't.
I don't get it. I don't get it. DeMar DeRozan making it for whatever reason because he gets mid-range shots. I guess it moves niggas. I don't know, man. That All Star was wild. Like watching those results come out in real time. When they said Jared Jackson Jr., I was like, this feels like some kind of
I was
reparation.
floored.
This is not the reparations I wanted, bro. I'm sorry. Like you, Jared Jackson, Desmond Bain should have made it over Jared Jackson Jr. if you took it from that team. Like how the hell, like De'Aaron Fox ain't make it, Anthony Edwards ain't make it, Paul George made it. Like
I ain't even the biggest fan of those dudes, but like
Paul George is fine, whatever. Like he got the numbers for it, but like what? I don't know, man. Whatever.
Anyways, back to Knicks ball, Knicks talk. Julius Randle opened up the game pretty hot from three. Thought it was probably going to be one of those games where he hits like 7 threes or whatever. It was not the case. I thought he did a fine job of not getting in the way too much. It's so funny. And the games, it's like no matter what happens at the end of the game, something like there's gonna be a blunder with him. Like the fact that he like just like randomly slipped as he was catching the ball, and then they reviewed it, and I literally typed out. I was like, I'm pre-laughing at the BS that's about to happen because I knew the Heat were gonna win that challenge. I knew they were gonna give the Heat possession because Bam had the ball right after it happened. And then Tyler Hero gets off a pretty for Tyler Hero, that's a pretty decent look. And I was like, damn, if that goes in, that would be one of the worst. That would be this would be like right after the Mavericks loss, that would probably be like the second worst loss that the Knicks had this year.
Oh yeah,
with all the bullshit
easily.
that happened. From that turn from that RJ pass that turned into like a turnover that turned into like a recovery by us where Hartenstein gets the ball. It's like,
so that play was wild. That play was absolutely wild. Like watching that in real time, I was like, what the hell is this?
I literally had my jaw literally dropped. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Like I got mad and then I got happy and then I got mad and then I was happy and I was like,
I didn't even waste time fluctuating through emotions. I was just like, what the hell is going on here?
That's gonna be a Shaqtin' a Fool classic. That'll be a banger. Like Jesus Christ, that game.
But even then, we go up 5 with 5 seconds to go, and we still end up finding a way to almost lose the game.
They somehow give up an open 3, dog. Like what were they thinking?
They give an open 3, then they'd have the turnover. It's just like, oh my gosh, this team, they don't make anything easy for their fans at all. Like,
when's the last time we had a good honest blowout?
When's the last time we had a good honest inbounds play?
The Alec Burks disease of last year might have just caught the entire team.
It's not Alex Burks disease. It's a Thibs disease. He doesn't know how to draw up inbounds plays. He's an idiot.
God, dude. Not to mention, like, Grimes could have just thrown it off Struce's back. It was right there. He could have thrown it off Struce's back and then probably cuts the rim because everybody else was on the weak side. Like, I don't know, dog. That
This team
game
is
was.
this team is remarkable in like all the worst ways.
I don't know how the hell they make this loss feel like. Like it's. I'm happy they won. I'm happy they won. Obviously, I'm always happy when the Knicks win, but like, damn, you just kind of feel they're going like it should not have been that difficult. But
It's
like, whatever, they won. So hey.
Yeah. Quentin Grimes. Pretty solid game. Hit some threes tonight for once. Like, thank God. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. Hit one of the biggest threes in the game. Very timely open 3 off of a RJ drive that led to a pass to Julius, who quickly passed it out to the corner for Grimes to get that 3. I thought that was a great ball movement on that play. A lot of people are using like the ball movement at the end of the game as an indictment on Jalen Brunson. I'm not really trying to like shill for Jalen Brunson or anything like that, or like make excuses for him. But like I just think that like teams they naturally just embrace a new style of play once like their main ball handler or their top guy is out. Like their teams are kind of forced to like adapt and play with more ball movement when certain guys are out. It would be nice if we can implement, elements of that style when Jalen Brunson comes back, because I think that would be beneficial to not just Jalen Brunson, but everybody on the team.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, but you do like the ball movement though. I feel like this is the first time they look competent against the zone in like 3 years. In 3 years, this is the first time they look competent against the zone. And it turns out using Obi Toppin, being able to flash to the middle of the field, middle of the court, using Hartenstein as a playmaker and an offensive hub in the high post, shit that we've been talking about since the moment this team was formed heading into the season. And it turns out, hey, everybody benefited because Deuce had his best game in a month. And Hartenstein looked really competent as a passer. He had 1 assist, but I feel like a lot of those hockey assists that he generated just off of his ability to play make out of the high post was really good. And Obi Toppin had 7 points in the fourth quarter. And he was able to build up that lead against double digits before the Heat came back and did the Heat shit. But like, clearly there's a good team in here with a lot of ball movement, a lot of passing, and a lot of sound direction making. But like, we just don't utilize it all that much. So thanks, Jalen Brunson, for getting the bubble guts. And maybe I hope, I pray that this unlocks something within our head coach to be like, we should do more movement sets. But like, I doubt it will happen. Muted.
It's not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
I know.
Sadly.
I would like to dream.
But yeah, I mean, the movement was great tonight. Definitely was something that, could benefit this team as a whole on the year. Especially in the clutch. I mean, there was not a lot of, like RJ did a lot of like I don't sort of isolation down the stretch, but like a lot of his drives led to like passes and shit, which is like not the case when Jalen Brunson is playing. When Jalen Brunson's playing and he has the ball at the end of the games, he's driving to get a basket, like one way or another. He's trying to get either free throws or he's trying to manipulate the defense in order to get himself an opening to get a basket. I really don't have a problem with it that much because it usually works for him. There are nights where it doesn't work, where you're like, maybe we should have done more movement. But I just think more movement overall over, the course of the season probably would have helped a lot of our guys.
Yep, it helped Deuce a ton. I feel like Deuce had his best game was because like he got to touch the ball, he got to make some plays like off cuts and stuff like that. There was one play where like Hartenstein has the ball and like 10 feet away from the basket, he's basically telling Deuce to cut, and then like Deuce is able to like run around a little bit. I think he beats maybe Struess. He might have like beat Struess to the basket, gets a cut, gets an easy lay. Like those are the plays that Deuce should be like thriving off of. Like he just needs to get cheap and easy buckets, and this team doesn't generate a lot of cheap and easy buckets. They don't really do they don't really run in transition. They don't generate a lot of events. So getting cheap buckets is like hard to come by, and they were able to get cheap buckets tonight, and that benefits players like Deuce. It benefits players like Obi. Hell, it benefits players like Randall. And when they're able to do that, they're able to thrive. So hopefully it'll stay. But again, I'm skeptical.
Yeah, always skeptical with this coach because you know things never the good things that we should keep doing it never happens or it never happens consistently. But yeah, I mean Obi. Shout out to Evan Fournier. I tweeted this out. I said, shout out to Evan Fournier. He like actually got Obi one of those leak out baskets that we haven't seen in quite a long time. Just like getting a quick rebound off of like a short miss and just launching it down court. Obi was able to get it, lay it up. That was his, I think, his last basket of the night. But like he also had like a three, and then he had like this fadeaway basket coming through, cutting through the middle. So just a variety of different ways to score for Obi tonight, which was very encouraging to see. Um, because it's like this is what people are talking about when you're like you can use Obi. It's like you can use Obi in these variety of ways. Like you don't always have to park him in the corner. Um, it's so weird how like certain players get fully optimized when like a player gets hurt. Like it's so weird. Like Dibs is finally able to like do some different shit. Someone also said like it's so someone tweeted they're like every time Thibs' seat gets hot, the Knicks like always pull out like some improbable win or some shit like that. It's like
Dog. Tibbs with his back to the wall when he has the coach be turned into Ty Lue. It's dumb. Like maybe turn into Phil Jackson, Pat Riley, Melt like mind child. And we still end up looking like Larry Brown on the clutch. But like, yeah, man, it worked tonight. I hope he like somehow like I just kind of feel like he goes so game by game that like he basically dumps all this information out because he's like, well, Jalen didn't play, so it doesn't matter.
so.
But
Jeff has a thread going because he cannot make the post game. So I will share some of his thoughts and we can discuss them as we go. So he says he has to start with RJ. Port late game decisions aside, the reason he has the highest ceiling on the team is his ability to get to the rim consistently. He made a bunch of good reads tonight. Yes, definitely agree. I think we also mentioned this. He showed great patience in his reads, taking advantage of mismatches with Tyler Hero, especially. I mean, he was seeking out Tyler Hero in screen actions and stuff like that to get him on him so he can get downhill. And when he got downhill, he was able to make decisions, whether it was with the pass or with taking layups or shots in the post. So, definitely
yeah,
good stuff from RJ tonight. It's stuff that you wish you could see on a consistent basis, which is why it makes him so frustrating to watch, because it's like you see like when the good shit happens in a game, like this is what it looks like, and like you're like, man, if you can just do this like more often, then yeah, it'd be wonderful.
yeah. I I think that's why it's so tantalizing with RJ Barrett. Unlike Cam Reddish shit. Like I had to throw a little shot in there. Um, y'all was wilding today with that whole free Cam Reddish stuff. Anyway, um,
Y'all niggas is wasting trees, wasting paper, typing up bullshit and posting it on fucking subway system and shit, man. What's
dog,
wrong with y'all?
man, think he an Avenger. Like, what you think you trying to do? Talk about free Cam Reddish. Like, it's Cam Reddish, dog. Like,
I never seen someone like take such a hold of a fan base or like parts of a fan base and just like mind control them like this.
dog, they still talk about Anthony Edwards clip and high and AAU tape. It's over with.
That clip
Anyway,
of burning hell.
I guess we could talk about Cam Reddish later today. But like, yeah, man, like I really did like RJ Barrett's decision making aside from like Frank said the late game decisions, but I feel like his overall his scoring was really strong and really impactful and necessary for this team.
Definitely. Let me get back to Jeff's thread here. He also said Randall is next. There cannot be a more volatile player in the league than him. The Julius Randle experience is unparalleled. I definitely agree.
Yep,
Still, he's making more timely plays than ever before. His help on the final play may very well have bailed RJ out. All star.
indeed. It's an experience, but when it's good, man. It's a toxic relationship that you can't quit. Can you just like, mm, the the, the WAP is too good, and you just like, yeah, I gotta keep coming back for more. But she'd be like keying your car and shit. That's the Julius Randle experience in a nutshell. It's like dating a Latina. That's
Wow.
really it.
Wow. All right. Grimes was awesome on both ends. He defended Butler as well as he could have as could have been expected. His shot finally fell. More importantly, his decision making in the paint continues to impress. Yeah, I mean, there was a play down the stretch where like he got the ball and was able to dish it to Hartenstein to get a
Yep,
basket, and that's when it looked like the Knicks were like,
yep. They
you
were up.
know,
They got them up five. It
yeah, it
was
got them a
huge.
five.
And
Huge
then
plays by Grimes down the
the
stretch.
Hartenstein, or like he gets the steal, he tips it to Grimes, and Grimes immediately passes it to Rando. Again, brings them up five. This was Grimes' best game in a long, long time. And it was because he took the threes, which was really good to see. He only took 5 threes today, but he only had 9 shots, so I'm
And they
okay
went
with that.
in.
And they went in, and he had all of his 2 point shots going as well. 3 assists, a steal, no turnovers, one personal foul, and the defense of Jimmy Butler was, wow, like Jimmy Butler must have been in his bag over not making the All Star team, whatever. But that man looked absolutely lost tonight, and that's because Quentin Grimes gave him that wiggity wiggity work. So happy to see it. Quentin Grimes had Jimmy Butler in jail, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. He had Jimmy Butler in jail, and it's hard to keep Jimmy Butler in jail. And the fact that he only did it with one foul, good to see.
Yep. Jeff also says quickly continues to be a winning player in the highest of manners. His defense was incredible. Offensively, he made an effort to get the team into sets and get the ball moving. Forces could have easily been 12, and he did it without dominating the ball or over dribbling. Yeah, I mean, he continues to be steady even when he's not scoring, with the passing, with the defense. I mean, even the rebounds, he had like 6 rebounds today. Like, he's always providing something on the court. And,
Yeah, like the guy just does all the little things. Like you'll never like he could have the 20 point game where he drops a triple double or whatever. We've seen that, but he could also have like 9 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and have like a plus minus of 20 just because he's in the right spot at the right time. That's what Emmanuel quickly is. He's just always in the right spot at the right time, and this team needs more players like that. And you could never have enough players like that in the league. So another good game from him, even though it doesn't look pretty in the box score. But ultimately speaking, he's still at 56 true shooting, and the quick hive is eating, thriving, and living.
yeah. Also, he says Sims and Hartenstein didn't love either of their performances, but our heart was definitely the better of the two. Definitely agree. Active hands in passing lanes and battle on defensive glass. I need them to stop having Nerlens Noel hands, though. Definitely agree. They definitely both have Nerlens Noel hand syndrome, whatever that is. Um, just hoping that gets better.
Yep. I don't think Hartenstein's game was that bad. I feel like he had a really solid game. I wish he like finished more layups, but like ultimately, I kind of felt like he had a solid game. I think it was good enough for him, and I just like the minus 14 does not do him justice. Like the minus 12 doesn't do Obi Toppin justice. Like he absolutely was pivotal down the stretch of that game.
It was their first half minutes that
Yeah,
tanked them. Their first half was absolutely atrocious. Like, I never wanted to see Evan Fournier again after his first half.
the second half he won
His
me back.
his second half he was all right. Which brings us to Jeff's last comment, which includes Deuce Fournier and Obi may have very well saved the game in the second half. Obi taught the team how to beat a zone by flashing to the middle.
Hell yeah.
Wow. What a
About time.
surprise.
About time.
Fournier and Deuce wouldn't let the ball stick. Deuce hitting catch and shoot threes. He had a bunch of explanation points after those. Definitely huge. Deuce hitting those threes in the corners.
Yep.
The Knicks had 10 corner threes today. I think they said that's the most by a team this season so far. So
What? 10?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
10 made corner threes, I think.
All right, dude. Sure.
I don't know if that stat can be actually verified, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I like the Knicks hitting threes.
Yeah.
I like the Knicks hitting corner threes, the easiest three to hit. So yeah, I'll take it. But shout out to the Knicks. They're able to grind this one out. Despite all our complaints about them making these games as cardiac as possible, as everyone likes to call them, the cardiac Knicks.
Not in the good way either, mind you.
Yeah, not like cardiac Kemba, but like cardiac Knicks isn't like, oh my god, are the Knicks about to lose this game in like the worst way possible. Um, but shout out to them for being able to beat a team that's ahead of them in the standings. That will definitely go a long way. As we try to like inch our way up out of the play-in, hopefully, as the year goes by.
One
And
game back, baby. One game back.
yeah, and being without Jalen Brunson and Mitchell Robinson and still being able to, beat this Heat team with the performances that, Bam, um, Hero, and Struce were able to put up. I think that was a pretty, solid win. Hopefully we can carry this momentum into the game versus the Clippers. Um Before we head into comments, it's time for everyone's favorite part of these shows. NBA fans, it's time to bring the hoops action to the palm of your hands with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. This week, new customers can bet just $5 and win $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, for a limited time, all new and existing customers can get a no sweat same game parlay every day. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app today, opt in, and place a same game parlay on any NBA game. And if it doesn't hit, you'll get a free bet back. Download the app now and sign up with code TBPN. New customers can bet $5 on the NBA and get $200 in free bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, with code TBPN. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void in Ohio. See show notes for details. All right. Let's see what the comments have to say. Um, Chris Bernhard, great first comment. Something I tweeted and Ariel tweeted as well. Playing RJ with this random bench unit hurts both RJ and the team. There's no penetration unless RJ post ups and dribbles into a double, and there's no perimeter presence because no one can hit shots. Yeah, Ariel tweeted he doesn't like seeing RJ being as the sole creator on the court. I also tweeted something similar to that, saying, I said, what is the point of these RJ? What's the point of this lineup, basically? And it was RJ out there with like Deuce,
Yeah.
Fournier,
Yeah.
Obi. It's like, dude, you're like hindering like not even just RJ, but like everyone else on the team, because it's like everyone else is just gonna like stand and watch as RJ tries to post up or post up against Tyler Hero. There were a couple of chances where he was able to take advantage of it, but it's like this is not really like that's when the team really stifled offensively, and that's when the Heat were able to close the gap after we made like
Yeah.
a pretty significant lead in the first quarter.
Yeah, like we could talk about RJ Barrett's development as a scorer, but as a passer, he leaves much to be desired. He just doesn't function well in those lineups because it just becomes let RJ Barrett cook time. Um, and the fact that Quickly wasn't in the lineup because he was starting only exacerbates that lineup because like Deuce is your quote unquote point guard, and Deuce is not an NBA level point guard.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
not the one that's creating in those sets too. He just like dumps
yeah,
off a pass to RJ in the post and see ya.
yeah, but ultimately speaking, Randall, I think Randall probably goes better with that, and I think Obi because subbing out Randall early, putting Obi in the starters, and then having Randall run a bit of the bench unit would probably be the better way to go about that. And we saw it early in the season when the winning streak started, and it allowed us to get quick Grime Deuce, and I think that's what they want. That's what they really should be wanting to do is try to get quickly Grimes and Deuce on the court at the same time. Having Randall on the court also helps that, and then Harten's that whatever. But like, yeah, I would rather see that kind of trade off. make Randall the first up. It just kind of sucks that Randall has these really good first quarters and you can't really take him out. But like, give and take.
Yeah, I mean it's insane the way Thibs runs things. I mean, there was a point where Fournier was playing 10 straight minutes. It was like, what the hell? These shifts that Thibs has these guys running are absolutely insane. Like, I don't know how he doesn't look around the league and see what other teams are doing, other coaches are doing with their players, and like not even thinking to adjust. I mean, you play against teams every night that do way different shit than us, and some of them are more successful. Um, but yeah, it bewilders me. Which brings me to Chris's next comment, which is Stibbs has been coaching in this league since the invention of the TV. Yeah, he has no clue how to beat Zone D. It's the saddest thing ever. Um, I mean, hey, we got a little bit of a flash of that today, thanks to Obi, flashing to the middle, and guys like Hartenstein getting some opportunities in the middle to do things.
Yep.
But we'll never see that again once Brunson is back and once Mitch is back. We'll never see that type of stuff again because Dibs only does this type of shit when guys are injured and he's short-handed. But yeah,
We love Coach. We love Coach Tommy Thibs. We
we
do.
do not. Um, yeah, Andre Cross says ball movement wasn't abysmal at certain points tonight. I wish they would lean into that. Don't we all? But we all know, like, once Brunson comes back, Dibs is going to, hammer that late game offense of let Brunson and Randall cook.
1-4 clear, 1-4 flat. You
It's
get
not fun at all.
it's we call it the Dykeman offense. You go on. It's just a straight up ISO, the YMCA offense, the rec offense. Man just says you cook or you fall flat. So
I just don't get it. But yeah, I definitely agree. Um, Leading into the ball movement, I mean, I think that's a huge part of why Grimes had such a good game too. Like, he's someone that also feeds off of this like great ball movement that the team can showcase sometimes. A lot of times he's just like standing out there. I don't think he really gets to get into a real rhythm when like he's just standing out in there in the corners and stuff like that. Um, what do I know though? I haven't watched the film 3 times. I'm not a coach. Um, Ace Bouchard says it was kind of annoying that the Knicks didn't adjust when the Heat stopped switching hero. I mean, it's the Knicks. You really expect them to adjust to anything?
yeah,
Um, yeah. I mean, it was annoying though. Um, but I mean, I think they were still able to, make the most of their chances. I wish they would have done something else though, because that matchup was working for RJ very well. Taking advantage of that. So
like there was just one play they ran it, and then when there was a counter to it, like nothing happened. So
yeah, as is the case most of the time. Um, with the Knicks. Eric Fernandez, he says, I would just like to point out the difference between Spoelstra calling a play to get a clean inbound to Hero at the end and Thibs plays out of timeouts where they can't even get the ball in. Yeah, it's insane. It's like at first we all thought, I guess, like it was Burks, but like if you look now, it's like Burks is gone. There's one other guys here. Maybe it's the coach. Can't draw an inbound play up. But yeah,
we can't draw inbound plays. Our late game execution leaves much to be desired. We end up unchecked in a full because of that Benny Hill ass 15 seconds and Julius Randle just slipping on the damn logo, trying to inbound the ball. Like, ah, what is this team, dude? What is this team? A headache.
yep. That is what they are. Um, JL says this team really gave up two wide open threes on the final two possessions of the game. They are so lucky the most important one didn't go in. Yeah, that Tyler Hero one. Like I said, that
No,
Tyler
I
Hero one
thought it was
was.
going in. I thought it was going in.
I tweeted out. I was like, I'm laughing at the BS that's about to happen because I know something's about to happen after like the whole challenge situation. I was like, yeah, this is the point where things don't go the Knicks way. We lose at the buzzer. Another heartbreaking loss for the Knicks. Wow, but thankfully Tyler Hero missed it. But that was a really great look. Um,
A win for Black History Month. That's Tyler Herro giving a game winner in Black History Month would have felt like a hate crime. I don't know. That's just me.
yeah. Um, Air Fernandez asks, why wasn't quickly bringing up the ball at the end? Great question. Um, at the end of games, quickly never brings the ball up, so that's one thing for sure. That's like that is a guarantee. That is a staple of the Knicks late game offense. If even if Brunson is not there, they're gonna like give it to RJ to bring it up. Like it's gonna be Brunson, RJ, or Randall bringing up the ball in crunch time. Um, but yeah, I think quickly would have done a good job bringing the ball up, getting guys, the ball in the right spots. Definitely helping with breaking out of traps and stuff like that because quickly's good at that. What do
Yeah.
I know? Again, not a coach. Don't I don't watch the film a million times, so I don't know shit.
Oh man.
Um, JL says Jimmy Butler the only star in the league who not hooping in the Garden. He was damn near invisible this game. Hey, let's not talk too soon, man. We still play the Heat like what 3 more times this year?
Yeah, we played them twice. Twice in Miami, one more time in MSG. So
Yeah,
yeah.
like you don't want to, don't poke the boar, don't poke the bear. I said the boar. Don't poke the bear, man. Like with our luck as Knicks fans, man, do not poke that bear of Jimmy Butler. You do not want him dropping 30 every single game against us, like for the rest of the year. Like he could end up having shitters versus everyone else and saving his best games for us. Like that's the type of shit. That's the type of luck we have as Knicks fans.
Also, Tom Thibodeau quote from the presser:
Oh boy.
The thing I love about RJ is that I always believe he's going to bounce back."
It's a great way for trying to excuse yourself from like being shitty with your minutes management and shit like that.
Uh,
It's like the shit that Shaq does. He'll like shit on a player and then or he'll like say he doesn't know who they are, and he'll be like, "Oh, I was just saying that to motivate them." It's like, no, you weren't,
no,
nigga.
like
Shut up.
he be talking about motivating everybody. Like Donovan Mitchell, he's trying to motivate. Why are you trying to motivate Donovan Mitchell, bro?
Like, bro, you don't need to motivate Donovan Mitchell. He's good.
Trying to motivate Devontae Sabonis for what? Like, who you think you is, dog? Like, come on.
Like they're
Like,
good. I promise you. Like they'll be fine if you never said like you didn't know who the hell they were. Like they're okay.
like,
Like
like Kobe was motivating dudes. That's different. When Kobe motivates you, is you can't talk about motivation.
he,
Shaq,
he was
like,
he was giving dudes challenges and shit. Like he was like, "Yo, do
yeah,
this. Like aim for this."
I'm saying, like,
Not,
bro,
"Oh, I don't know who the hell you are." Like how does that motivate me? If anything, I'm just like, "Okay, the fuck?" Like,
no, I'm sorry. Like, Shaq can't talk about motivation, bro. That dude was fat. For half his
oh
career, he
gosh.
man was just fat for no reason, dude. And he knows he was fat. You can talk about motivation, trying to be like, oh, when I was younger, I would have did this. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, go back to making general commercials, okay? And being on
Uh
Inside the NBA.
um let's see. Virgil X says, "Is Thibs purposely trying to ruin the Knicks point differential to make himself look better?" That's an interesting theory. I like that. I like that theory. He is ruining the Knicks point differential. But wait, how does that make him look better though? He's like the coach of the Knicks. Like if the point differential looks bad, that's still like an indictment on him, isn't it?
I don't know, man. Uh, if you want me to explain Tibbs' decision making, like I
There's
can't.
no logic to it. There's no logic, no scheme, nothing. Like you can't even put like a theory to it because even this theory, like it doesn't make sense. But like maybe it makes sense to Thibs. Like I don't know.
He doing vibes and his gut feeling. That's kind of where I'm at because
Pretty much.
it makes no damn sense otherwise.
Ace Bouchard says the inbounds playbook is to pass Randall right at the sideline and then watch him cook. And by cook, I mean leave the stove on and burn down the building complex.
Damn. Not wrong. Not wrong.
It's not wrong based on what we see with Tom Thibodeau and Julius Randle in fourth quarters.
The slip might have been the worst move so far.
I really don't understand that slip. Like that was just bizarre.
Like he caught it, and I guess he just slid. Like there must have been some kind of wet spot. Like I don't know, dude.
Had to be, but like man,
That's
he has
wild.
the worst type of luck if that was a wet spot
So
in the
that just,
crunch time.
at some point it's just like you might have sold your soul for something. I don't know. They're just like, oh yeah, you go the first 43 minutes of the game, bro, you go dominate. The last 5 minutes though, they go fuck you up. And he was like, deal, I'll take it. But like, golly, that's another one to add to the blooper reel.
Ooh, Ace Bouchard. One positive of not having Brunson tonight was not giving Caveman Thibs the difficult decision of choosing between IQ, Grimes, and RJ. Very true. We were able to see all three of them on the court in crunch time. You know, playing their respective positions, doing a pretty good job at them. And yeah, they were able to make it cohesively work as we all assumed they would be able to. It's just when Brunson is there, it makes it hard for him to play those three together because he doesn't want to go small. Because you can play those three together with Brunson, you just have Randall at the 5 instead of a traditional 5. He
And I
doesn't
don't
want to
know.
do that.
And I don't know if Randall at the 5 would have worked tonight.
Yeah, definitely not tonight, but like certain matchups, you can definitely get away with it.
Yeah, like I think if you're playing against, like, say, for example, the team we play tomorrow, the Clippers. Oh, not tomorrow, Saturday, the Clippers. Like, you can definitely go small against that lineup because it's fucking Zubac. Who cares? So,
Yeah.
it's good that he didn't have to choose tonight, but he's going to choose more at some point. And if that trade happens, and you know the one I'm talking about.
What trade?
That trade.
No, what trade? I really don't know.
The OG trade, dude.
But like, what would be the actual trade?
I mean, like, I guess so. If we're going off the news cycle, Masai wants young players over picks, which is basically his way of saying the Knicks offer is too good. I'm going to take it. Somebody give me some incentive not to take it. If you read into the lines, because like teams don't you don't publicly announce bidding wars. It makes no sense.
The last thing I saw about the OG thing was like some shit like Zach Lowe said, where he was like,
also Zach Lowe is pushing mad water from Masai, so don't take anything he says to heart.
Okay. Even then, I had to tweet like, "What the hell has our league become?" Where like
ultimately, I think this is either going to be 2 unprotected picks and like some scrubs, or like 1 unprotected pick, 2 protected picks, and like a young player. Because like he's gonna command a decent haul. I think the Knicks are probably the front runners for him. Because realistically, who the hell else is competing? Like Memphis can get involved.
And the Pelicans.
It's like Memphis can get involved, but they don't really have that many picks to like really trade. And Pelicans have the picks, but they're not going to use them. Like you're not giving up the Lakers pick for OG Anunoby. You're not giving up like maybe you give up like a Bucks 2027 pick or something like that. But like they don't have the picks, and they're not giving up like Dyson Daniels. Like I think what Masai wants is probably like Dyson Daniels with like Trey Jones or like Zaire Williams for the Grizzlies, or even quickly or Grimes from here. But like he's not going to get that. And the Knicks are like, well, we're giving you 3 picks, maybe something like the Knicks 2024 unprotected pick, the Dallas pick this year, and then like let's say Washington or Detroit, whichever one you want to do. But like nobody's beating that package realistically. The only way teams beat that package is to throw in like the really good picks they don't want to throw in for OG Anunoby. So like again, that Lakers pick, which right now like I don't even think is it that like it's 10th right now. So that'll be are you looking at a top 10 pick for OG Anunoby? I doubt it.
Depends on if that team thinks that he makes them that much better.
I can't see a team throwing in a top 10 pick and then also giving up like other players. I just can't see it.
Wild things have happened in this league.
I mean, true, but like protected picks usually get you role players. Like Kevin Herter was got for protected pick. You know, um, Thaddeus Young went for a first at the deadline, so like he'll get a first. But
Seriously? Oh my
yeah,
god.
last year,
What the
like
hell is
last
this
year,
league?
dude, Derek White went for a first. Thaddeus Young went for a first. Like first will get you role players, but my whole thing is like I don't see a world where like they're gonna get a Dyson Daniels or Trey Murphy the third or like a Zaire Williams. So like I think realistically the Knicks have the best package because like someone like Cam or even someone like Obi probably has like enough value with the pick that they give to like get you by. So personally, and I'm not saying this like as a bias, like I do think the Knicks have the lead just because like they have the capital.
But like for me with the whole OG thing, it's like, oh, he doesn't want to play fourth fiddle in Toronto. So why would he want to play fourth fiddle here?
You better shut the fuck up. Dog, you could be the fourth fiddle anywhere you go. Unless you
Honestly, really, like
like
you can be pissed about being the fourth fiddle, but like that's really what you're capped at right now is your role in the NBA.
like you want to get a
That's who
pop
you
in
are.
Indiana. You want to get a pop in Indiana. That's what you want to do.
Like if you don't want to be the fourth fiddle, like you best add some shit to your bag in the off season because
Right.
like this is who you are. This is who you've been the last couple of years. So like,
You're not a chef. You're not an artist. You're a role player and rebounder and screen setter. That's what you are.
yeah,
Like you guard the team's best wing. And you hit your fucking threes. Shut the fuck up. Talking about I want this bag. Like you got no bag. You got no bag. You ain't got no wiggle. You can't get it off. You had that one game at MSG against us, and we was playing like dog shit.
oh, I
And
hate that the Raptors players always get their shit off at MSG, bro. That shit pisses me the fuck
we
off. Like,
single handedly get Fred VanVleet trade value, dog.
we gave all of them trade value, all of them.
Yeah.
We gave all of them trade value. This is why everyone at the rigor just like sucks them dry. It's insane.
God, but yeah, like ultimately speaking, I do think that maybe this time next week we're talking about OG Anunoby being a Nick. But that's just me.
Trade deadlines stream. If I'm, oh wait, no, I won't even be available for trade
No,
deadline
yeah, we
stream.
can't do a trade deadline stream.
It'll
A
be
lot.
whoever's available on the Strickland to do it. Will
Yeah,
be me. I think I did it last time though.
yeah, we did it
Or
last. We did it last year. But it could be Schwinn and it could be Schwinn and Jeff. We're gonna have to call in like a W fan.
but yeah, let's see. Let's get to another comment here. Mano F says, I'm not sure if y'all talked about this already. We haven't. But Julius Randle said Johnny B talked to him last summer saying that he had to get his head right and be a better teammate. Promote him expeditiously. There we go. Some
Ooh,
accountability.
okay, JB. All right, JB. Okay.
Some accountability for once in this, freaking locker room.
Told him what kind of man you want to be. Like that. That white man ain't doing that. That's why you do a good black voice. Come on. Come on. Yeah, like that. Let's see that. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, like, if JB is letting guys know what it is off rip, that's something that it didn't seem like Thibs really had the balls to do. Um, Shocker.
That man needs to be my head coach. I'm tired of this shit. Tired of
Yeah,
this.
but I mean, JB is right though.
He's
JB is
right.
right. He did have to get his head right. He did have to be a better teammate. Last year was one of the worst showings by a Knicks star in terms of leadership, and like just being a teammate. Between all the meltdowns, all the freaking explosions versus the refs, versus different players. I mean, after that, the one after the Jazz game last year was so bizarre, so bizarre, and that's when I knew like something is clearly not right with him. But looks like he took what JB took to heart. We've seen less of um all of the bad shit that we saw last year with him in terms of being a bad teammate, um, getting into it with the refs and whatnot and players. Oh man, the Cam Johnson thing last year Woo! Don't want to relive that moment ever again. But yeah, it looks like he took what JB had to say to heart. Um, so that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's good to see.
It shows that his voice is respected. Um, and yeah,
Anyway, back to the All Star team shit. Because, like, golly, I don't know how the hell. Well, who's making these decisions, though? That's what I want to know. I just. Drew Holiday? Drew Holiday made the fucking All Star team since the second Barack Obama term. And we had
dog.
this.
Like this is not 2013. Why is Drew Holiday making All Star teams?
He moving us like that? Like, come on.
Like okay, 19-7 on like what the second seed in the East, whatever. I really don't care like all that much, but like man, when you look at like Jalen Brunson, what he's done for the Knicks this year, it's like remarkable. And like what he had like 11 30-point games this year.
11. Yep.
Um, I don't
Drew,
know, man.
Drew Holiday.
Wild to me.
Drew Holiday made it, dude.
Drew Holiday, man. I never thought Drew Holiday would ever see an All Star game again, but yet here we are.
Uh, what has happened to this great league? We used to be a family league.
Shit is crazy.
We let in 56 true shoot and get to the All Star team. Like, God damn. Huh. I'm sick. Anyway, let's continue.
Um, yeah, Hawkeye 420 says Jeff tweeted earlier the fact that we don't move the ball like this with Brunson. Yeah.
True.
Um, it's a lot of people are saying, JB like he holds the ball so much. I do think a part of it is Thibs and the way that Thibs wants to use JB, but I feel like he has to bring he has as a coach, it is your job to be able to make the best of both worlds happen of when your best player is injured as well as the play style of the team when they are healthy. Like there has to be a healthy balance of isolation and ball movement. Um, there is not that with this team as of now, but hopefully things can change. I don't have hope that things will change because again, the coach is not changing, which is what would have to change for things to change.
Yep.
I said change a lot.
But it's true.
All right, let's see. Okay, well, Clyde Frazier. Interesting way to spell Frazier there. Sorry if I missed it, but was D Rose a DMP CD? Yes, he was. Will he only play if IQ goes down? What are the odds D Rose has played his last game in the next uni? Like like that is it is the betting favorite that he has played his last game as a Nick.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because they're making a deal at the deadline. He's going out. Because
See ya,
he's just
Derrick Rose.
thanks for 2021. That game two was special.
It was. It was indeed. It will always be remembered. Last time the Knicks won a playoff game. You're muted.
Okay. I pulled the stamp. Shit. At least it wasn't 8 years ago. Like, I'll take it.
Feels
2 years
like
ago.
8 years ago.
I mean, yeah, shit, you're right. Shit, you're right. God damn. Ugh.
Feels like 8 years ago. Hawkeye 420 says we need my reaction for the trade deadline stream. For any Lou Dort shit. I'll try to call in on my phone if I'm like commuting home or some shit. I'll probably be
Yeah.
at what day is the trade deadline?
9th. It's next week, Thursday.
And it's easier like the trade deadline's usually in the afternoon, right? At like 3 or something.
Yeah, I think like 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Damn, that's like right when I get off work.
Yep, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, like, yeah, probably.
I'd have to like call in on my phone or some shit, but I will not be home at all. I will be on my way home from work, if not, or still at work.
We will probably just recap it the day after because there's a dead we played the 7th and then we played the 10th, so we probably just recap it like night of.
Yeah, but I will tweet out my face of when there is a crazy trade. I will tweet out my
Yeah.
face from the Lou Dort
So
reaction
I
stream.
can't use my phone during work, so like you'll just get a stream of consciousness after I see everything.
Yeah.
Like when the Gobert trade happened, and I didn't see it for like 3 hours, and I came back and I was like, why the hell people trading the GDP of a small nation for Rudy Gobert? So like it'll be good content to watch.
I have a prep last period, so maybe I can tap in and see what's going on. Um let's see. So Chris Bernhardt says, "Who does DeRozan have captured in his basement? Like he's got to have a real, like he got to have the real reason why MJ played baseball."
So he got these coaches in a chokehold. I don't know why.
I think it's because like I don't know. I'm guessing it's because like the coaches they game plan against him so much. Like they're just like, you know what, out of respect, they like gave it to him. But like I don't know.
Well, so it's clearly it's his team. And Zach LaVine just out there getting paid to be a Calvin Klein model. Like that's filthy. Like, golly, man. DeMar DeRozan making it just feel wild. Like that might be the worst one. DeMar DeRozan, Drew Holiday, Jared Jackson Jr. are all under surveillance.
Whoa, Pelicans have lost 10 straight.
Yeah, dude. They've been ass.
I know they lost Zion, but like, man, really?
Yep.
That bad?
Yep.
Oh man.
They was
All
gonna
right.
lose this game because they flew in,
Oh.
but like it shouldn't have been that close. The Mavericks were fucking point shaving.
Damn, there was the one seed at one point this year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's insane to me.
Yep. It's like I don't think they even gonna make a trade though. Like they gotta wait for Deuce to get healthy first.
Yeah, this is nuts.
I mean, is Zion even gonna play the All Star game at this point?
Nah, it's gonna be another injury replacement.
Yep.
Speaking of which, wonder who's Jalen Brunson's gonna replace for injury? Because you know there's gonna be one coming. There's still enough time.
Uh, Drew Holiday.
You know there's gonna be one at least.
The thing is, like, does is Brunson gonna be like the first replacement, or will it be like Harden?
Harden, Pascal,
Fuck Pascal.
Trey.
Also, thank you NBA coaches for not putting dirty ass Pascal in the damn All Star game. All the Raptors fans want to talk about. Look the numbers he puts up. Look the numbers he puts up. Shut up, man.
It's
All he got
like
one move, and it's this. That's one move.
like Pascal getting in would have been the equivalent of DeMar getting in. If your team is like all the way down there, like just don't even like be upset that you didn't get an All-Star. Like,
Listen, Pascal not making it, Trey not making it. If this is the new era of racism, I need that racism. I like it.
oh my gosh.
I need it. This is my greatest day. Like this, I felt so happy. I was like, he ain't make it. We all, and they're gonna be like Canadian bus. You don't give a shit. What the fuck is a kilometer?
Oh my gosh. So yeah, we got the Clippers on Saturday in MSG. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see if they're fully healthy for that matchup because
they gonna play their ass off.
I mean, lately, as I've been looking at box scores, Kawhi and Paul George have both been playing, and
Kawhi been hooping.
And Kawhi's been hooping. He's been playing really well. Norman Powell's been hooping. He's been playing really well. That's a prime candidate for someone to really like shoot us out the gym in MSG.
Yep.
He be lighting it up.
Yep.
But so that is someone that I am like really nervous about. Like I know Kawhi's gonna do his thing. I know Paul George is gonna do his thing.
15 right now, dog.
And I know that's exactly why I said that because I'm looking at the box score right now and I know he's cooking off the bench.
Oof.
So
also, All-Star point guard Drew Holiday got 0-6 with 2 free throws. He a minus 20 right now. That's your All-Star NBA. That's the dude you want representing your product at the NBA at the All-Star games in Salt Lake City, mind you. I know why he got it. He got a white wife.
Oh my gosh.
God, because ain't no way you telling me Drew Holiday made an All Star team off merit. They was like, if you got a white wife, you get to come to the All Star team. They was like, we want less black people in the city, the better. They just couldn't. They had to get LeBron, and they had no choice. But like otherwise, what we want the
Mm,
milkman. Bring
You
on the
got
milkman.
Doncic, you got Jokic, you got Sabonis, you got Markkinen. It's a
They got
lot
the
of.
they got the white man, and they got the milkman of the black race.
Oh man.
Doctor
All
Umar's
right.
Doctor Umar rolling in his grave as we speak.
In his grave, mind you, the man is still alive. Anyways, hopefully we can beat the Clippers. That's a matchup that we've been pretty okay against. I think the last couple years we've beat them a decent amount. So like they also haven't been always fully healthy when we play them, so that's one thing. So it's gonna be interesting to see how we handle the Kawhi Paul George dynamic and like the guys that feed off of them. You know, the Knicks, they make every game interesting. So I can't even say that we're gonna get like absolutely. Um, I mean, we might get absolutely crushed. That's always a possibility too. But like, I don't think we'll do any of the crushing. But yeah, that's on Saturday. We'll be back post game after that game. Um, Check out everything Strickland related in the description. We got links to the site, merch, Patreon, and Twitter. All great ways to support us. We are also on Instagram at thestrick.land. We'll be back on Saturday. Everyone enjoy your Friday. Peace out.